Cool, I think that's probably long enough. So welcome everyone to the Connect 4 demo. There's a lot of changes being made to the software. This is going to be kind of just a quick overview, a kind of generalization. If anyone has any questions, there should be a Q&A kind of section on your screen. So just drop it in there and I'll run through them all at the end. And then yeah, anything really specific, we're available, support at blackbx.io, drop it in there. So yeah, to kick things off, the biggest change is just this first dashboard overview screen. So we've brought together a lot of the kind of most important elements all into one area for everybody to see. So you've got your reports, really quick breakdown here. You can see in the last 7 days, your new customers, repeat customers, the amount of impressions onto your brand from the login screen, as well as how much data they've used. And you can see a breakdown just by day, busiest days here, number of new customers, number of customers overall, and actually the amount of times they connected. And then we've also added in here the breakdown from reviews. So that gives the average rating there across Facebook, Google, and TripAdvisor if you've got them set up, as well as the negative reviews stopped by BlackBX. So a great place to see, especially if you have multiple venues, what your average rating is across multiple platforms, just at one quick glance there, as well as marketing campaigns. So in this example, there's actually nothing there, but that will give a breakdown of the number of messages sent and actually the conversion rate based on return visits. And that's all tracked by Wi-Fi connections based if that campaign has been sent out. And if you put in a cash value, you can put in an average spend per head on your campaigns. That'll actually give a cash value on what you've made from running campaigns through BlackBX. Then we've also added in a quick and easy branding screen preview here. So you can see exactly what it looks like in all of your venues and how it will appear on a mobile device for the majority of guests connecting, as well as the number of people in the venue. So we can see in this rather busy pub, there's 929 already, very lucky people in the pub at this time on a Wednesday. So that's the overview screen, really great for venue owners, just to be able to come in here and check that. Now the next part is our analytics tab. So it's down here on the left. We've made some pretty big changes to this to make it much more readable, and you know, you can get actually just a bit more information out of that. So first of all is the male and female breakdown here. Really easy to see the kind of breakdown there and other, of course. This is a really important one. So you've got opt-ins versus opt-outs. So obviously the importance of actually capturing data through the software, and you can see for this site especially, there's a really great breakdown of people that have opted in for data capture and marketing versus people who've opted out. We've made some changes to how the graphs are generated. So there you can have a line graph, bar graph, and it's much more detailed. If anyone was familiar with the previous version, it was quite tricky to see exactly how many people were connecting at exactly what time. So we've made changes here, so it's very easy just to mouse over a certain time and a date and see exactly how many customers were in your venue at that time. We've also made some changes to the branding screen editor here. So we've given the preview on a mobile device now. So this is great. You can see actually what it's going to look like for the majority of people in the venue. Of course, you can open it in the preview tab as always and view it large screen. And now it's even easier as well just to see these terms as well. So you can see what customers are agreeing to. Another few changes, basically just making the editor much easier for venue owners that might not have so much IT knowledge. Really easy to log in here and change it. Round and square corners on your text fields if you'd like, light and dark color scheme. And we've also rolled in data capture all into one place as well. So if anyone remembers, that used to be on a separate tab. So we've rolled that all in together. It's nice and simple. Choose what fields you're asking for, add custom questions, enable our Facebook integration, as well as email validation in there as well. And now the next part, I'll switch to a demo site to show you this. So next part is our campaign builder. So we've made some really big changes to the email builder, making it much more powerful. So there's a lot more kind of stuff that you can do in there. We've added some more reports onto these campaigns. So again, as it's a demo site, there's actually not much in here. You can see the cash value, number of return visits, all based on time across these campaigns here. And you can compare your campaigns together as well. If you've got more than one running, see which is performing the best. So I'll jump in and edit one here. And there's a lot of legacy kind of in the older builder. So we've really kind of overhauled the UI on this and added in a bit of extra functionality as well. So give the campaign a name. We now have a send limit. So if it's text or emails, whatever you're sending out, say you'd only like to do 100 of these, drop them in there, and the campaign will only send that number of times. And then the audience section, so you can create a new one, and after you have created this, you can actually also save it for later and use that on a separate campaign. So, for example, people who have their birthday. Now, this is all based on information that's captured on that login screen, as well as the extra data that goes along with a Wi-Fi connection. So we can do birthday is next week, for example. And we've also added the functionality, pretty simple bit here of just having an or an and. So you can have birthday is next week, or it's their 5th visit, for example. So visits greater than 5, say. You can have an or an and. So you can have, for this example, that would be regular customers. So they visited more than 5 times, and you give them an offer on their birthday. And then next is the messaging. Same again. You can create these and save them for later for use in other campaigns, or just use them once if you'd like. So text message, there's not much we could really change with this. You've got the sender name, which just appears like the contact in your phone, and then the message in there. And then the next part is the email builder. So this is where we've made kind of the biggest changes. The previous builder was great, but there wasn't kind of so much functionality that we've added into this. So if you are using a HTML uploader, we've made that a lot easier to edit. Edit it line by line, and it'll even highlight the lines red that might have an error in them as well. So it makes it much easier there. If you're using a separate builder, such as MailChimp or something along those lines, just to upload it there. And then the next is the email builder. So as opposed to just what it used to be, which was text, buttons, or images, we've added a load more functionality here. So you can have buttons. Everything's way more customizable. So down even to the hover color over the button, when you actually mouse over it, what color it'll change to, the whole background color and font for the whole email is in the body section. And then you can add these blocks in here as well. So these are really great, for example, this one to add a footer. So you can have 4 different images there, or 2 images and 2 links, as well as all the usual stuff. So emails, text, and that sort of thing. If anyone is interested in using this, I can set you up in a call with our campaign manager, Ewan, who's kind of the main expert on this and getting the biggest return on investment out of your campaigns. So he can take you through that builder, and we also have documentation on all of this, but it really is impressive what's possible with this builder these days. And that's kind of the marketing. Nice wee graphic here of pushing the big button to put it live. And yeah, just basically a lot more functionality out of that builder. And then next part is reviews. Let me get a busier site up. I'll bring up Cold Town House again. Go through this. So a few small changes to this. Basically filters on the reviews. So as most of you probably know already, we have the functionality to pull in all your reviews from Google, TripAdvisor, Facebook, as well as those negative reviews that are left by customers by clicking the stars on the email that we send. So you can now see an average rating across all of these. But if you would like to see your average rating on Google, you can see that here. So see for Cold Town House, it's a lot higher on there than across all the other platforms. So a really great place to come and manage your reviews as a venue owner across all the different platforms, as well as seeing where your highest reviews are coming from. And then you can also filter based on time. So if you wanted to log in once per week, you can see, looks like nothing in the last week here, but you could see all the reviews that were left within the last 7 days, and just take half an hour a week just to reach out to all those people via email. And all that data is in here and available. Now, a brand new feature that we've added, that kind of pester resistance, is the stories functionality. So I'll switch back to a demo account for this. Now, this follows a very similar format to stories on social medias such as Instagram or Snapchat. and it's actually shown during the sign-up process for the Wi-Fi network. So people will sign in on this screen, enter their information, and then on the screen it currently just says welcome back, and it's a bit of a loading screen. You have the functionality to show a story which looks something like this. So you had a background image, a title and a subtitle, as well as a link and a link URL. So it's a really great place to promote things like events, current offers within the venue, and all that sort of thing. And that will actually just show kind of as a slideshow after guests have connected. And it actually just takes up a space that was not really doing anything anyway, just as a loading screen, to now be able to promote offers, events, that sort of thing to guests as they sign on to the Wi-Fi, as well as being able to add a link in there. So if you've got an online booking link, anything along those lines, pop it in there, and people will be able to redirect to that link. There's also insights that are going to be given on these. So you can see these ones already. I've had 254 impressions. No click-throughs. This is just us testing in the office. But you'll start to get a conversion rate there on who's clicking on what campaigns, what stories, as well as being able to see which is the best for kind of future. And that's kind of the whistle-stop tour of the new version. There's a lot more in there, and there will be some that's specific to partners or kind of venue owners. So if there is anything actually specific, please just drop us an email, and we'll be able to take you through individually. I'm going to check the Q&A now just to see if there's anything in there. Some jokers in here. I won't answer that one in front of everyone, but if anyone has any questions, you should just be able to pop it in the Q&A. And if not, I think that's pretty much everything. So someone's asked, are there any large CRM integrations in the pipeline? So we are working currently with Airship CRM. We already have an integration with Salesforce, and there is a few others out there. I'll follow up with you directly, David, over that one, of exactly who we can integrate with. But yeah, we're working with the guys at Airship currently, so that should be out probably in version 4.1, so it could be a couple of months. And then we can also work with Salesforce currently as well. Send over recording. Yeah, sure. Someone's asked to send over the recording. So yeah, this has all been recorded. We're actually just going to send out a mass email blast to everyone, just saying, here's the webinar in case you missed it. So yeah, we'll get that sent over. And if anyone does want some kind of one-on-one training, then we're totally available. Yeah, everyone asking for the recording. That's gonna go out to everyone. Yep. Sophia, let me follow up with you. So someone's asked if we can see the stories active. It's a little tricky for me to show because I would have to connect to a Wi-Fi network, hence not being able to share my screen with everyone. So I will follow up with you directly over that. And everyone will have received an email as well, which actually shows a bit of a GIF of it in action. If you just search your emails for V4 announcement, you should find that. Josh, I'll follow up with you, and we can get a one-on-one training session in. I think that'd be better than kind of the mass webinar, and then we can go through the whole system together. Yeah, Dan, I'll follow up with you directly with that for sure, and Barry as well. Let me follow up with you directly around that one. Cool. I think that's kind of all the questions that are flowing in there. Anything at all that anyone has, support at blackbx.io. Fire any questions through to there and we'll be able to help, as well as any kind of one-on-one trainings that you'd like. Cool. Thanks, everyone. Cheers. Bye-bye.